Let's start with a number so large it's almost meaningless. Every single day, the Golden Arches of McDonald's serve nearly 70 million people. To put that into perspective, it's like the entire population of France walking in for a meal, every 24 hours. That's over 800 customers served every second, a relentless global machine of fast food delivery. This isn't just a restaurant chain, it's a cultural landmark, a symbol of globalization recognized from Toledo to Tokyo. Its sheer scale gives it an almost gravitational pull on the entire food industry, shaping supply chains, consumer habits, and the very definition of convenience. But in the shadow of this giant, another story was unfolding. A story that started not with a global ambition, but with a simple, almost accidental idea. In 1993, a classically trained chef named Steve Ells opened a small, 850-square-foot burrito shop in Denver, Colorado. He used his culinary skills to create a simple menu with high-quality ingredients, wrapped in a tortilla. His goal wasn't to build an empire, it was to make enough money to open his own fine dining restaurant. But the public had other plans. The concept was an instant hit. That single burrito shop, initially funded by an $85,000 loan from his father, has since exploded into a global phenomenon with over 3,400 locations and annual revenues in the billions. Chipotle didn't just sell burritos, it accidentally created an entirely new category of dining. These two titans, McDonald's and Chipotle, operate within one of the most competitive and lucrative markets on the planet, the fast food industry. We're talking about a global behemoth valued at over $900 billion. This isn't just about burgers and fries, it's a complex ecosystem of pizza parlors, sandwich shops, chicken joints, and taco stands, all vying for a share of the global stomach. This industry is a major economic engine employing millions of people and driving agricultural demand on a colossal scale. Its growth is relentless, expanding into emerging markets and constantly adapting to the tastes of a new generation of consumers. At the top of this food chain sits McDonald's, the undisputed king. With over 40,000 locations in more than 100 countries, its global footprint is staggering. But the secret to its dominance isn't just the Big Mac. As founder Ray Kroc famously hinted, McDonald's isn't just in the hamburger business, it's in the real estate business. The corporation owns the land and buildings for a vast majority of its locations, and franchisees pay them rent, creating a stable, ever-growing stream of revenue. This, combined with their legendary speedy service system, a model of ruthless efficiency that revolutionized the industry, created a nearly unstoppable formula for global expansion. Chipotle, on the other hand, carved out its empire by breaking all the rules. When it emerged in 1993, it created a new space between the speed of fast food and the quality of a sit-down restaurant. This was the birth of the fast casual movement. The concept was simple but revolutionary. Use higher quality, fresher ingredients, prepare them in front of the customer, and allow for complete customization. You could see the fresh cilantro, the sizzling steak, the hand-mashed guacamole. This transparency, combined with a limited menu that allowed them to perfect every item, justified a slightly higher price point. They weren't just selling food, they were selling food with integrity, a philosophy that resonated deeply with a new generation of consumers tired of the processed, standardized fare of traditional fast food. But success breeds imitation, and the market is a battlefield. Thousands of chains are fighting for attention, each trying to find their own niche. You have the better burger wave, led by brands like Shake Shack and Five Guys, which took Chipotle's quality-focused model and applied it to an American classic. There's Panera Bread, dominating the health-conscious bakery cafe space. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Taco Bell, a master of value, innovation, and viral marketing, constantly churning out new, wild creations to capture the youth market. And let's not forget the countless local food trucks and independent restaurants, the Davids to the industry's Goliaths, who compete on authenticity and a deep connection to their communities. In this crowded space, standing still means getting left behind, and the ground is constantly shifting beneath their feet. The first major challenge is the health revolution. Spurred by documentaries like Super Size Me, consumers began to question what was really in their food. This forced a move towards salads, grilled options, and now, a massive push into plant-based proteins. But it's more than just calories. The modern consumer cares about ethics and sustainability. They want to know where their food comes from. Is the chicken humanely raised? Are the vegetables organic? Is the packaging sustainable? These questions put immense pressure on the colossal supply chains of these companies. Finally, there's the technological disruption. The rise of delivery apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats has fundamentally changed how people order and receive food. Meanwhile, digital kiosks and mobile apps are no longer novelties. They are essential tools for efficiency, data collection, and creating a seamless customer experience. Any chain that fails to adapt to these three forces, health, ethics, and technology, risks becoming a relic. McDonald's, the lumbering giant, has been forced to dance. To combat its junk food image, it made headlines by adding apple slices to its Happy Meals, a small change with massive symbolic weight. They embraced calorie transparency on their menu boards, turning a regulatory requirement into a show of good faith. And to cater to the growing plant-based movement, they launched the McPlant, partnering with brands like Beyond Meat to prove that even the king of beef could evolve. Each move is a calculated response, an attempt to steer the massive ship in a new direction without alienating its core customer base. But while McDonald's was fighting a war of perception, Chipotle was about to face a battle for its very survival. In 2015, the unthinkable happened. A series of foodborne illness outbreaks, including E. coli and norovirus, sickened hundreds of customers across the country. For a brand built entirely on the promise of fresh and integrity, it was a catastrophic failure. The media descended, the CDC launched an investigation, and customers fled. Their stock price collapsed, wiping out nearly half of the company's value. Many analysts predicted the end of the fast casual darling, but then came the comeback. It was slow and painful. They shut down every single restaurant in the country for a day of mandatory top-to-bottom food safety training. They invested millions in new protocols like blanching ingredients and centralizing food prep. And once the house was in order, they launched the For Real marketing campaign, a bold declaration of transparency that listed every single one of their 53 ingredients. It was a masterclass in crisis management, a long road back to rebuilding the trust they had lost. In the hyper-competitive world of fast food, success is a complex recipe. It's not just about having a tasty product, it's about embedding your brand into the very fabric of culture. It's a battle for hearts, minds, and stomach share, fought with billion-dollar marketing budgets, innovative technology, and a deep understanding of human psychology. Both McDonald's and Chipotle have mastered this game, but they've done so by writing completely different playbooks. Let's start with the undisputed king of global branding, McDonald's. For decades, their marketing was about food, family, and fun. But in 2003, they launched a campaign that would redefine their identity for a generation. The "I'm Lovin' It" jingle, launched with a massive global campaign featuring pop superstar Justin Timberlake, is now recognized almost universally. Its genius lies in its simplicity and emotional resonance. It shifted the focus from the product to the feeling, transforming a meal at McDonald's into a small, accessible moment of joy. It's not just a slogan, it's a mood, a vibe that has kept the brand relevant for over 2 decades. More recently, McDonald's has proven its mastery of cultural relevance through blockbuster celebrity partnerships. These aren't simple endorsements, they are cultural events. The Travis Scott meal in 2020 wasn't just a burger, fries, and a drink, it was a viral phenomenon. It caused supply chain shortages and turned McDonald's into a social media epicenter, attracting a younger demographic that had been drifting away. They followed this with the BTS meal, a global masterstroke that tapped into one of an incredibly dedicated fan base. The campaign was a testament to meticulous planning, with unique packaging and sauces that became collector's items, demonstrating McDonald's ability to execute a single concept on a massive worldwide scale. But their most powerful marketing tool might be their long game. For over 40 years, characters like Ronald McDonald and the iconic Happy Meal have built brand loyalty from the ground up. By creating positive, formative memories in childhood, complete with the thrill of a new toy, McDonald's forged an emotional connection that carries deep into adulthood. This isn't just speculation, they proved it with the recent launch of the Adult Happy Meal. It was a brilliant move that weaponized nostalgia, causing a frenzy among millennials and Gen Z, who flocked to relive a piece of their childhood. It's a strategy that creates customers for life. Chipotle's approach couldn't be more different. They entered the market not by trying to be everything to everyone, but by standing for something specific. Their marketing has always been driven by storytelling, centered on the powerful 2-word philosophy, food with integrity. This was a direct challenge to the traditional fast food model. It was a bet that consumers, particularly younger ones, cared about where their food came from, about animal welfare, sustainable farming, and non-GMO ingredients. This narrative was powerfully captured in their animated short films, like the Emmy-winning Back to the Start. Set to a haunting Willie Nelson cover, the film didn't try to sell a burrito, it sold an ideal. It was content marketing before the term was mainstream, building brand affinity with an audience skeptical of corporate messaging. This authentic, story-driven approach extends to their modern digital strategy. On platforms like TikTok, Chipotle doesn't just advertise, it participates. They understand the language of the internet, launching viral challenges like the #guac dance and partnering with Gen Z influencers who genuinely love the brand. They engage with user-generated content, celebrate fan-created hacks, and maintain a voice that feels less like a corporation and more like a friend. This keeps the brand fresh and culturally resonant, solidifying its status as a go-to for a new generation of consumers. When it comes to the menu, both giants showcase strategic genius. McDonald's employs a glocal strategy, thinking globally while acting locally. While the Big Mac is universal, McDonald's meticulously adapts its menu to local tastes. You can find the Teriyaki McBurger in Japan, the McSpicy Paneer in India to cater to the large vegetarian population, and even high-end macarons in its French McCafés. This shows a deep respect for local culture and turns a global behemoth into a familiar, neighborhood spot. Chipotle, on the other hand, pioneered mass customization. Before them, fast food was about standardization. Chipotle flipped the script, handing the power of choice to the customer. Their assembly line model allows for millions of combinations of burritos, bowls, tacos, and salads. This was revolutionary, catering perfectly to the modern consumer's desire for personalization and control, especially for those with specific dietary needs or preferences. It's a simple system that makes every meal feel bespoke and personal. Both brands also masterfully use limited-time offers or LTOs to generate excitement. For McDonald's, the McRib is the stuff of legend. Its sporadic appearances are a masterclass in manufactured scarcity, creating a cult-like following and a guaranteed media buzz that drives traffic. For Chipotle, LTOs like their popular carne asada or the experimental smoked brisket serve to highlight culinary innovation, keeping the menu exciting and giving loyal fans a new reason to visit. In the digital age, loyalty is built through apps and engagement. The McDonald's app has become one of the most downloaded food apps in the US, not just for ordering, but for its ecosystem of deals and rewards. It's also a powerful data collection tool, allowing McDonald's to understand customer habits and offer personalized incentives that drive repeat visits. Similarly, Chipotle's rewards program has seen explosive growth, signing up over 35 million members in just a few years. This program gamifies the experience and integrates seamlessly into their digital ordering system, dramatically increasing customer lifetime value. Both brands are also hyperactive on social media, often turning customer complaints into public relations wins with witty and helpful responses, showing they are always listening. But perhaps the single biggest factor in modern fast food success isn't just taste, price, or marketing, it's radical convenience, powered by technology. This is the new battleground. McDonald's has invested billions in creating an omni-channel experience. In-store digital kiosks reduce wait times and increase order sizes. App-based ordering and strategic partnerships with delivery giants like Uber Eats and DoorDash put a Big Mac just a few taps away. Their drive-thru technology is becoming incredibly advanced, with AI being tested to take orders with greater speed and accuracy, and digital menu boards that change based on weather, time of day, or your past purchases. Chipotle, true to form, innovated with a different approach. They pioneered the Chipotle lane, a dedicated drive-thru lane exclusively for digital order pickups. It's not a place to order, it's a place to grab and go. This is a brilliantly efficient model that boosts sales and dramatically increases throughput. It's no surprise then that over 60% of Chipotle's sales now come from digital orders. A clear sign that for the modern consumer, the easiest way to get their food is often the best way. Imagine it's 12:15 on your lunch break. You've got 30 minutes. The hunger is real, but patience is thin. 10 years ago, this was a stressful calculation. Today, it's a solved problem. You pull out your phone. With a few taps on the McDonald's app, your usual order is logged, paid for, and being prepared. The app knows you. You bypass the line and your food is waiting. You're in and out in under 5 minutes. Or maybe you open the Chipotle app. Your perfect burrito bowl, saved as a favorite, is reordered with a single tap. You walk past the long queue straight to the digital pickup shelf, grab the bowl with your name on it, and you're gone. This isn't just fast food, this is a frictionless experience, a masterclass in convenience redefined by technology and a deep understanding of our time-starved lives. So how did these two giants come to dominate our lunch breaks? Let's start with the titan, McDonald's. Its success is built on three pillars: global branding, relentless adaptability, and massive scale. The Golden Arches are a universal symbol of consistency. Whether you're in Dubai or Des Moines, you know exactly what you're getting. But this global identity is paired with local adaptability. In India, you'll find the McSpicy Paneer, in Japan, the Teriyaki McBurger. This strategy turns a foreign brand into a familiar neighbor. And then there's the scale. McDonald's isn't just a burger company, it's a real estate empire. It owns the land under many of its franchises, creating a massive revenue stream. This, combined with its colossal supply chain, gives it purchasing power that makes its value proposition almost impossible for smaller competitors to match. Chipotle couldn't compete on scale, so it built its empire on a different foundation: powerful storytelling, radical customization, and digital innovation. Their masterstroke was the food with integrity narrative. At a time when consumers were growing wary of processed food, Chipotle told a story of fresh ingredients and responsible sourcing that resonated deeply. This story was brought to life through their service model. The assembly line is a stage where you direct your own meal, choosing each ingredient. This customization creates a powerful sense of ownership. And their embrace of digital was visionary. The Chipotle lane, a drive-through exclusively for digital orders, was a game-changer, blending convenience with efficiency and perfectly positioning them for a world reliant on contactless pickup. But the path to dominance is never smooth. Both faced crises that threatened everything. For McDonald's, the Super Size Me documentary crystallized a public health backlash. The brand became synonymous with unhealthy eating. Their response was a deliberate pivot, introducing salads and healthier options, modernizing restaurants, and improving their core products. They listened and evolved. Chipotle's trial by fire was more sudden. A series of foodborne illness outbreaks shattered their food with integrity image. Public trust evaporated, and their stock plummeted. The recovery was painful. They closed every store for a company-wide safety meeting and implemented industry-leading protocols. By being transparent about their failures and obsessive about their solutions, they slowly won back their customers. Both stories prove that resilience isn't just weathering the storm, it's rebuilding the ship to be stronger. The ultimate takeaway is profound. Success in the modern era isn't about avoiding challenges, they are inevitable. It's about building an organization that can adapt, learn, and evolve faster than the world around it. McDonald's and Chipotle, for all their differences, share this fundamental DNA. They are obsessed with the customer and relentlessly paranoid about being left behind. So, after this deep dive, the battle for your lunch money comes down to a choice. Are you on Team McDonald's, craving that classic, consistent comfort of a Big Mac and world-famous fries? Or are you on Team Chipotle, designing your own fresh, customized burrito bowl with that essential double guac? I want to know where your loyalty lies. Drop your go-to order in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis of what makes businesses tick, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we have plenty more stories like this coming your way. You won't want to miss the next one.